This is the quick feet full approach drill. We have 4 purposes of doing this drill. We want to develop the kicking specific muscles. We want to develop the kicker's stepping pattern. We were going to develop the coordination of the kicking motion, and we're going to develop a fast and balanced leg swing. The first thing we need to do is make a mark where the ball will be placed. If you use a tee, place the tee down on the ground. If you're on a football field, use a hash mark. We're going to use this hash mark that you see circled to indicate where the ball would be placed if there was a person holding it. If you're on a field and you don't have a hash mark or you don't have lines, then I carry around a spray can to be able to spray paint a mark for the ball. The first thing we're going to coach is the stance. We're going to have the kicker go 2.5 yards back and 1.5 yards over. We refer to this 2.5 distance as the approach distance, and we refer to the 1.5 yards over as the lateral distance. We're going to stand with our feet staggered so that the non-kicking foot, in this case we're using a right-footed kicker, our non-kicking foot is ahead of the kicking foot. The kicking foot toe is at the heel or slightly behind the heel of the non-kicking foot. It can be anywhere from 8 to 10 inches back, but we don't want this stagger to be so great that we're leaning back. We want to distribute the weight in our stance evenly so that we can push off both feet. Our knees are slightly bent. We're going to bend at the waist just enough so that the shoulders are over the knees and the knees are over the toes. So you can see that if we drop a line straight down, shoulders, knees, and toes are all lined up there. The upper body is tall. We've spread our chest so that we can engage our power pack muscles, the ones that we use for squat, clean, or deadlift. Spreading the chest locks the lower back in and engages those muscles. And this is the athletic position, the tall, balanced athletic stance with our lower back locked in that we need to start. We don't want to sag around our shoulders. This is the stance that we would use. The start is extremely important to the balance that the kicker will maintain during his approach and swing. There can be no leaning to start. Leaning is evidenced by the kicker keeping his feet stable, yet his upper body leans forward to start his body movement. Leaning to start disrupts the purpose of the balanced stance and puts his weight too far forward during the approach to the ball. An upper body that leans too far forward in the approach will have to lean back to make a swing, and this leaning will cause an inconsistent leg swing path. The start of the kicker consists of remaining tall and pushing off 2 feet. Pushing off 2 feet to move forward. The 2-foot push-off is the fastest way to get moving forward, and it allows the kicker to remain balanced. Kickers need this fast start technique since they only have 2.5 yards to generate body speed, which transfers to leg speed and enables them to kick the ball high and far. As you can see here, we have a 2-foot push-off, and his whole body is moving at once. There's no leaning of the shoulders before we push. The kicker is going to take 2 steps to kick the ball, stepping with the kicking foot first and then the non-kicking foot. The second step is what I refer to as the accelerator step. This will enable him to cover only 2.5 yards to kick the ball. 2.5 yards is an ideal distance to maximize acceleration to the ball while minimizing the time to get the kickoff and reduces our chance for a blocked. The first step is taken with the kicking foot, and it is called the burst step. This step initiates the body speed the kicker moves forward with to kick the ball. The principle is this: the more body speed the kicker has, the more leg speed he will have. The more leg speed he has, the more speed he will impart to the ball. The more speed he imparts to the ball, the higher and farther and straighter the ball will travel. The burst step must be a forceful, aggressive, intentional maximal push to move forward at the highest rate of speed possible. We want to land on the ball of our foot, and we want to use our cleats to rip the ground out from underneath our foot, pushing and accelerating our body forward without coming out of balance. The second step is the non-kicking foot, and it's called the accelerator step. Since the body is already moving, we do not want this step to decelerate with body speed. We want the second step to accelerate or increase the body speed. That's why it's called the accelerator step. This step is the push that propels the body up and into the ball. On the second step, land with the heel first. Roll quickly to the toe and push up on the toe to transfer moving energy into the ball. If you watch from this kicking leg side, you see the kicker's knee move from his heel at contact to over his toe. This will allow you to know he is transferring his energy properly up into the ball. If his knee remains at the heel or slides into the ball, only to the instep, then he planted his body and is swinging only with the energy of his leg and not his entire body. The kicker should remain balanced, tall, and athletic throughout the movement to the ball. When he lands on his accelerator or non